Welcome back. The promised Messiah alayhi salam was given the prophecy Ya'tika min kulli fajjin amiq, that people will come to you from every distant track, and we see so many people from different races and backgrounds coming into the fold of the Jama'at. Now in the studio we have more guests, mainly from the United States. Let's start with you, Rashid Sahib. Tell us about your journey into Ahmadiyyat.
My journey to Islam and to Ahmadiyyat in general started, you could say, I'd been raised as a Christian. However, it never appealed to me, and I kind of turned away from it because it didn't really make sense to me. There was too much mythology to Christian theology. Things didn't seem real. It didn't seem I wasn't able to differentiate from religion and the fairy tales that I was taught as a child. And so eventually I turned away from religion altogether, and I considered myself an atheist at a young age. Then later on in life, I went through some difficult times, and I started to look to religion again for some guidance, and I started to interpret things for myself. And about that time I came across Islam, and it appealed to me for its universal appeal, the belief in that all of all religions is part of itself, and also the equality of all people. And I began going to looking for a mosque to go to learn more, and I came to the Ahmadiyya mosque, who responded to me. And there I started learning about the Ahmadiyya beliefs in Jesus, and it really had a huge impact on me, because this was for the first time where I was seeing the life of Jesus in a way that I could accept. His life was being explained rationally, that it wasn't all these fantastic miracles that are beyond what could really happen in real life, but his life was being explained in a way that I could believe. And so for the first time I was able to really believe in Jesus.
Muhammad Bashir Sahib, you have been in Ahmadiyya for 41 years. What has time and experience told you about this Jama'at?
Well, I found that I found a good brotherhood among so many different ethnicities. True brotherhood, and that's exactly what I was searching for when I was looking around. I looked at a lot of different religions and philosophies, Hinduism, Buddhism, and some African tribal religions. And so I happened to have a friend who was born in Ahmadi. His family had converted to Ahmadiyyat in the 50s, and I used to always see him going to the mosque and quiz my mind, what is this thing, this mosque? So I found Ahmadiyyat, and my wife was Jewish, and she also accepted Ahmadiyyat, and we've been married 41 years as well, and have raised 7 children, all in Jama'at Ahmadiyya, and all are very active in the mosque. So alhamdulillah, this.
Abdul Sami Sahib, you've had the chance to go to different countries and see different Jama'ats and meet Ahmadis. What feeling do you feel when you come to meet different Ahmadis from around the world?
Well, brotherhood, love, brotherhood, hospitality. It's really beautiful. I mean, I've never seen the likes of this type of brotherhood anywhere. And
what specifically about the time of Jalsa? What do you feel at the time of Jalsa?
The time of Jalsa, it's like a homecoming. I see people that I haven't seen for a while. It's like a family. It's like a family gathering. Yeah.
And what did you personally experience when you came into Ahmadiyyat? Tell us about that inner feeling that you felt the day that you converted into Islam Ahmadiyyat.
I felt like I belonged. When I first Jalsa was in 1972, I just felt so much at home. Everybody's greeting, assalamu alaikum, and there was so much love and just acceptance. And it was just a beautiful thing. I mean, I've never experienced that before, and yeah.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Move on to our guest from Germany. Your brother Hamad Sahib has been an Ahmadi for some time, and then later on you converted into Ahmadiyyat.
That's right.
Tell us what made you convert into Islam Ahmadiyyat, and what has Islam Ahmadiyyat given to you?
Very briefly, I came to the Jalsa UK 3 years ago, and this event is basically enough to change a heart if Allah Ta'ala wills. So I came here and I did not believe into God, or was just living the Western lifestyle of a student here. And I thought it is important to know the people my brother is connected with, and I wanted to know what Islam is about, but basically not for myself. I just wanted to know why my brother is going this way. So I came here, and after this weekend it was completely clear that God exists and that this is the Jama'at of God. And of course, if you start believing in this, then your whole life changes, especially if you grow up in the Western world. I mean, you have so many habits which are not in line with the Islamic teaching. So basically everything changes, but if you want to put it in a nutshell, before it's a life struggling somewhere without any guidance, and now we have Khilafat, and we can try to follow Khilafat.
Have any of you experienced anything that you'd like to share with the viewers in terms of your journey into Ahmadiyyat? How about the fact that when you first met the Khalifa, the Imam of the Jama'at, Rashid Sahib?
Yeah, I first met Khalifa Rabi in 1992 in Toronto. So it was a very exciting time, you know, meeting the Khalifa for the first time, and you know, it had a very big impact on me, and it was a very spiritually uplifting occasion.
How do you feel Islam Ahmadiyyat has changed your inner peace, your peace of mind, peace of heart? How has that changed since the time before and after you accepted the Jama'at?
It's completely changed my life. I mean, I was lost, misguided before. I had no direction in my life. I had no idea what the purpose of my life was. But now my life has, you know, become Ahmadiyyat. It gives me the focus. It gives me the direction in life. You know, the path that I want to try to achieve.
Abdul Rashid Sahib, why is it important to accept the Imam of the age?
If you want to have peace, calm, and tranquility in your life, that's the reason why. Alhamdulillah, fortunately, I was blessed to meet the third Khalifa. When I first saw him, he appeared like a bright light. Not only was he wearing all white, but his face also glowed as well. And the philosophy and teachings of Islam by the Prophet Messiah Islam is what was really the convincing tool. If you read this book, and if your heart is pure, there's no way you can turn away from this Jama'at at all.
You've been an Ahmadi for some time, and you've had children who are also Ahmadi. How has Ahmadiyyat helped in the upbringing of your children and your future generations?
Tremendously, because in the society in America, you know, so many vices and distractions. But alhamdulillah, all through high school, my daughters wearing hijab, even though nobody else was doing this, but they were never shy with doing it. They wanted to go to these high school functions and that. Yes, they went with their brothers because we didn't allow them to date and intermingle in the society in that respect. So they've all grown up with very good morals. Alhamdulillah, no headaches, no problems. Now all have finished the universities, have degrees, arranged marriages, alhamdulillah, intermingled with Pakistan and Italian. So alhamdulillah, very nice family. And
there are some people who casually come into contact with the Jama'at and just are on the fence, not very sure. Is it safe to remain on the fence? What do you think, Rashid Sahib?
If you want to be under the protection of the Ark of the Promised Messiah, then you have to make the jump. You have to make the dedication. We are very blessed to have the institution of Khilafat, and we see signs unfolding before us, you know, day by day. Just coming here in Jalsa, Salana, UK, I've seen things that I never imagined before. Seeing, you know, these signs of the Promised Messiah unfold and come true. And if you don't join, you don't get those blessings. You don't see those same signs.
We also have another guest from the Netherlands. Welcome to the studio, and tell us a bit more about your journey into Islam.
Yes, I'm Moomin, yes, from Holland. Yes, I was also living the Western style of life without a religion, actually. So I was just roaming around. And that made me quite depressive, because I wanted to have some answers on my questions, on the questions of the life, and they were not available anywhere. So I was really becoming more and more depressive because of this. And so one day I decided maybe I should pray, but I didn't know how to pray. So I started sitting in a kind of Buddha style. I was not praying to Buddha, but I was sitting in that manner on one afternoon. And this was actually my first prayer, and I asked, okay, if there is something, if you are God or something else, then please let me know and show me the way. And I was praying for this maybe for 15 minutes or 20 minutes. And it was quite intense, and it was true from my heart. And so because it was so intense, I decided that I should take a walk. And I walked in my small village in Holland, really a small village. And I take a walk, and there I met one Moroccan convert to Ahmadiyyat also. And yeah, we start talking, but I was really not seeing this as a sign of God. Now I'm seeing this, I know this was God, the hand of God, alhamdulillah. But on that time I was not seeing that, because I was just feeling that I have to talk about religion. And he was a Moroccan, of course he liked to talk about religion, because all the Islamic people do in general. So it was not that, oh, this is a sign of God, because the chance was very big that I met a Muslim. But alhamdulillah, from that day the journey started, that I raised a lot of questions, and this person is Ibrahim Ikhlaf, alhamdulillah, that I met him, because he got so much knowledge, and all the questions were answered in a very good manner. Yes, so...
So you yourself were searching for God.
Yeah.
You finally found him in this Jama'at.
Yeah, alhamdulillah.
Tell us about how your relationship is. What's the relationship like now that you have with Allah the Almighty?
But yes, this is a difficult questions, but it is a very lovely relationship, of course. The most important thing is that everything becomes clear with the Holy Quran, and you know what is your track, and what is your track to have a heavenly life. And sometimes you are a little bit off the track, and sometimes you are more on the track, but at least you know where is the track, and this is giving you a feeling of very much safety. And yes, you are seeing that Allah is listening to the prayers, and yes, all of this.
Many people in the West may say that you're out of your mind going into Islam, restrictions and so and so. What does Islam give you through these restrictions, or what has it freed you from?
Well, it gives you it gives you direction. It gives you direction. Of course, I think we all have shortcomings, but it gives you something to strive for, some spiritual direction. Now, I'd like to make a comment now. Over here in London, because we just recently had the Olympics, you see, and you say, wow, these people can do all these fantastic things physically, and you know, they're blessed with certain things. But on the other hand, I look at the Prophet side, of course, the Holy Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and they were Olympians. They were spiritual Olympians. That's what they were. I mean, there's certain exercises that you have to do, prayers and fasting, and you know, good deeds, and all of the things that are in the Holy Quran. If you can do those exercises, you can reach that spiritual. You could reach some high spiritual heights. I mean,
I think you're absolutely right. I mean, if we neglect our physical bodies, we see the consequences.
Yeah.
If you neglect your spiritual body, the same thing happens.
The same thing happens, and if you can do those things spiritually, you see the results. I mean, you look at the results is peace. That's one of the results. That's the main result.
Abdul Rashid Saab, any concluding remarks? If someone's thinking, why, what would you say to a person who is thinking, should I not, about this Jama'at?
I would say pray. Ask Allah for guidance, because ultimately it's Allah that guides us to the truth, and He will guide you to what is right. So the way to come to the decision is to ask God Himself, please guide me and make those prayers, and inshallah God will guide you to the truth.
So we hope you've enjoyed this studio discussion with a few people who have come into the fold of Islam Ahmadiyyat, a few people whose lives have changed, they've metamorphosized, they've come from an age of darkness into an age of light. This is an experience that few of us can experience, but we hope that all of us, we Ahmadis from before or new coming Ahmadis, always remain steadfast to the fold of Islam Ahmadiyyat and Khilafat. Let's go to a short break.